Welcome to my almost daily streams. I'm mayohosko. Thank you so much for watching. I'm building sets from my backlog from the Lego group, who are worth billions and billions of dollars. And this is a bittersweet day because this is my last live stream of the summer. This is my last live stream of the summer. I go back to grad school tomorrow, and it's a bittersweet day because I'm no longer going to have the time to do stuff online until the middle and end of April when I go on my autumn break. But it's also a chance to reflect on all the progress I've made within my Lego collection this summer. And technically, if I check the dates, if I do a live stream next Friday night, technically that will be the last stream of the summer. But in terms of my summer, what I really call summer, which is everything before I go back to grad school, this is the last stream of what I want to call my summer. So yeah, as a result, things are going to be changing around here. I'll no longer be able to say my almost daily streams when I go live, because I'll be live probably only 3 days a week once I go back to grad school. Who do we have in chat? Before it started, we had Hoarder. Now we have Big Nate, YOLO, and Johnny. Good to see you here. And Candy, good to see you here too. So yeah, I won't be able to say my almost daily streams starting tomorrow because I'm going back to grad school. Because for the past 3 months, actually no, for the past 3.5 months is probably more like it. And I've been going live almost every single day of the week. And I did that because I wanted to make so much progress within my collection this summer, of which I did. People who watched my live streams would have seen me build so many sets from my backlog. And I'm not done building stuff from my backlog. I'm still gonna optimize the weekend to continue building sets from my backlog. The weekend live streams aren't going away. And we actually have a guest. It's Big Nate.
What's up, buddy?
What? Well, everything I just said is what's up.
I was listening for up to the last 30 seconds, and I decided to join you rather than just listen. So.
Yeah, so how's life going, I should say?
We're doing good. I got half of today off, and I get tomorrow to stay home. Just, I don't know, working a lot, not getting a lot done in my Lego room, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have a day off. Fortunately, when I go back to grad school, I'll get to have a 3-day weekend. I don't have classes on Friday, and I don't have classes on Wednesday either. But so might be able to do something stream related still on Tuesday nights. But we'll have to see how it goes. Also, hey Owen, good to see you here. Why does it look fuzzy in the background? That's because I've moved the locations. All of my family is home right now.
So when you go back to school, how does it work there? Is it based on like credit hours per class?
Um, I just go to class, I do the assignments, and I get graded as that.
Okay, so here in the States, they say you have to take, say, for a full semester, you have to have 12 credits. So your class might be worth 1, 2, or 3 credits, depending on how hard it is.
Yeah,
So
I know that when I was in high school, the harder classes were more credit towards your score to get into college. Because I know some people had a higher accreditation because they took the harder a math class, the harder English class, etc. But I'm doing a master's degree, so literally I didn't have any electives last year, and now I have 2 electives this year, of which one is a social media class.
oh, that's cool. What's your master's going to be in?
Well, I'm a city builder, as you can see, very fuzzily the city behind, and so I'm a master in urban and regional planning.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what I want to be. And so, which is why after I end this stream, I need to film the update and then edit it for upload tomorrow. And when that's uploading, no, sorry, and when that is uploaded, I will be peacefully sleeping before class starts.
Now, is that a pretty in-demand field over there?
Not really, but it's what I'm interested in.
Well, that's good. At least you're doing something you're interested in.
Well, then, thank you very, very much, Owen. Yeah, so we're opening bag 9 of the Friends Apartments and Shops. Let's angle this down.
Go to the build table.
Yeah, I had to move locations because my family is occupying where my other build table is.
Do they not understand the importance of the live stream?
No, they don't. They would if they had gone out today.
I feel you. I hide in the furthest corner of my basement, and they still find me. Nobody cares. Nobody honors when I'm online.
Yeah, I woke up 15 minutes before I started this stream. I delayed this stream by half an hour because I was so goddamn tired.
Oh yeah, what time are you there? You're
Supposed to go live at 9 p.m. Eastern. I went live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern.
oh, you're on Sunday night. Yeah, we're still Saturday night.
Right now it's 1:09 p.m. for me on Sunday.
Oh, okay, so you're mid Sunday. All right.
Okay, so I got to get this oriented. I just wanted to show the set at the back for the start. But yeah, I will be uploading a city update tomorrow. So all of the new subscribers who enjoyed the January update, hopefully you'll enjoy the February update too.
I will definitely watch it.
Yeah, because I've been doing stuff in my city. Other people have been doing stuff on their layouts. You've got a train layout thing going on with Mills plates.
Yeah, that's going to turn into a big thing. I've decided I'm going to make a large city layout in this room.
And because the way you were building that, I was thinking, are you going to incorporate that into Hoosierville somehow?
I kind of follow the same basic Mills build he does. He does all his two blocks high also. So yeah, it is kind of, I don't know, if Hoosier and I ever actually got to display next to each other, it would be like a 60-foot long, 8-foot deep display.
Yeah, because you always go to the Nashville convention, whoever franchise it's managed by.
Yeah, he belongs to that southern group, but I'm thinking about joining the lug north of us. So I don't know. I'm thinking about doing some free shows at the libraries here in town. So if I can find a space large enough, I might be able to talk him into bringing stuff down for a weekend and actually doing a large layout with me. But
Well, that's the great thing about the Mills and the Lego gauge model standard, and what Penlug pioneered is like the TV series, The Manifest. It's all connected.
yeah, I don't know. I like the way they do it over in Europe, because in Europe they build their own kind of displays, but they're not like deep. They're longer, and then they just build the tables around the displays, and then they have like thousands of yards of train layout, but it's not really deep. Like, some it might only be 2 plates, 3 plates. It's not like here. I mean, I know Hoosiers displays 8 plates deep. Mine's got to be at least 6.
Yeah, because when I see pictures of the European conventions, I think the tables are deeper because there's less exhibitors.
One brick at a time. If you're asking me, I am in North Kentucky.
Which is why you always go. Wait, so if you're there, does that mean that Madhouse and Bricks and Minifigs are closer to you than a Lego store?
Technically, the Lego store is closest to me from where I live. And then there's 2 Bricks and Minifigs. I say the Lego store is 5 minutes. The 2 Bricks and Minifig stores are 10 minutes from me. Madhouse is about 15, because I have to go up and cross a bridge, pass by where Hoosier's at, and go into southern Indiana. So if you draw a straight line mileage wise, they're all pretty close, but driving wise, you have to get on the interstate, cross the bridge over the river.
Okay, so that's why you always go there instead of the Lego store.
Right. Well, I don't buy a lot of Lego sets. So I was at Bricks and Minifigs. I was at my Bricks and Minifigs today, just hanging out for an hour, because one of my kids had a birthday party at a venue like 10 minutes from it. So, my kid's like, hey, I just want to be here for 2 hours. And I was like, cool. I got somewhere I can hang out really close.
Yeah,
and I
because
went and hang out at the Bricks and Minifigs that, the one I've always got my displays at.
Yeah, because I always like to understand the psychology of customers, because I get the majority of my parts now from the Pabawong. I stopped placing as much orders on Bricklink, because when you go to Bricklink, you buy specific parts that you know you need. Well, I don't know what I need. That's why I've been sorting Lego on and off again almost every summer since I came back to YouTube. Because
Right.
I don't know what I have in my inventory, but I do know that when you find a good piece on the pad wall, you gotta strike gold.
Yeah. I go to my local Lego store like at least once a week usually, but I don't really buy multiple boxes of stuff. I mean, maybe every 2 months. I, our store is kind of slow rotating the pieces that are interesting to me for what I'm building. So I would say every 2 or 3 months I'll go in there and get 5 or 6 boxes off the wall. But most of the time I walk in and just walk back out. I say hi to the employees, chat with the manager, and then I head out. So
Yeah, because when I'm catching the bus to the mall where the Lego store is, I normally end up coming away with at least one tab cup, because I'm like, well, there's always one piece that I know I can use some bulk
right,
quantity, and that's where, and sometimes the pieces aren't as desirable as others, but I kind of have to walk away with at least one pad cup to justify traveling there.
right, yeah. You got to feel like you got something out of the trip.
Yeah, which is why when they have stuff wall like wall panels and foliage and one wide bricks, I feel good because they're useful pieces.
Yeah, I'm happy to find the new leaves are nice. Like I think right now my store has the new fern leaves in the wall. But I've probably already got 3 cups worth or 3 boxes worth of those, and I haven't used them, so I won't buy more. But I do. I don't know. Last time I got the 2 plate high rounded with the snot stub on the side,
2 plate high
light
round.
gray.
Oh yeah, I know those.
Right. So they had those, and I bought 3 boxes of them. I just kept scooping them, and they're like, "Oh, it's a 1 box per customer rule," and I'm like, "Yeah, go tell your manager. He's not going to care."
Yeah, because the managers just care about whether you can sell.
Right, and they only play that limit like 1 box per customer per element thing if it's like the masonry bricks or it's a new leaf or a new plant element. And I understand that because everybody wants to run in and grab those, but when you're grabbing a part like that rounded 2 plate high snot brick, it's because I want to build a large tower. And I asked the manager, like, what have you got in the back? And he's like, I got like 10 boxes of those. Okay, well, I'm gonna get 3 of the small, the boxes you can get out front. He's got 10 cases in the back. He's not worried about that. So
Yeah, so to answer some questions, Candy is from um, from Texas. I know a few people from Texas, and also I only first saw superhero bricks at the beginning of the week, maybe last weekend. So I don't know them all that well, Owen. So it wouldn't strike me. Well, it doesn't strike me if someone thought about quitting Lego if I haven't known them for all that long. People choose to quit Lego for different reasons all the time.
oh well, they're not quitting Lego, they're quitting YouTube.
Yeah, because people say, "Oh, it takes up too much time." No, playing with Lego doesn't take up too much time. Social media takes up too much time.
Right.
That's what they actually want to say. Okay, so we're putting some plants in the sides. Yeah, because I've been online for over 13 years now, so I've seen people come and go. I've seen people threaten to quit and then they come back, and some people wipe their hands for good. And I'm like, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah, bye-bye. You'll be back.
And some people don't come back, and I'm like, well, there's other people who are going to go on forever. Some people don't get committed to the grind of social media.
Well, there's always new people showing up, smaller channels starting up that are fresh ideas, fresh concepts, fresh builds.
Because there's people coming and going almost every month. And because people get inspired by the big wide world out there, and they think they can do it themselves. And about, I'd say, 30% of newcomers I see that talk to people within the community, they actually go on to do really good things.
Mm. And then I'd also say most of the people, I mean, my personal opinion, I want to see people creating their own things. I follow a lot of channels. People are building their own cities, making their own mocks. I don't 2 or 3 land members. I mean, just because I was, following them years ago, I don't jump on every land because they're all showing the same stuff.
Yeah,
if one of them showing the new release, then there's 500 of them showing the new release. I don't want to see that. I want to see what you're building. I want to see what you're doing.
Yeah, because eventually when the new sets come out, people on Instagram then go, well, people see stuff on Instagram and then they go complain on YouTube about, oh, well, everyone's just showing the same sets. Well, you don't have to follow them.
Right.
And also, if you're subscribed to someone on YouTube, you don't have to watch all their videos, particularly if they're a news channel. And it's like, some people don't realize you can pick and choose which content you consume from certain people. Like, there's a whole bunch of people who the only reason I care about them is because they have a city and I watch their city updates. They could do all sorts of other stuff and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, true.
But I started watching a whole lot more stuff from my friends because I had all of this time this summer, and which is why I've been so much more active this summer, because I had the time. Now I won't have that time, so I'll have to cut back. This happens that happens at the same time every year. Because I like to take advantage.
You had a self-imposed deadline.
Yeah, but just because I'm going back to grad school, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop sorting, because I moved all my sorting drawers into my room. They're supposed to be under the tables, but I'm still sorting.
I'm still sorting.
Yeah, because some people might not know the IKEA tables I use. Those legs are extendable. The extendable ones cost more money than the fixed ones. But I did that so that I could fit the height of 2 drawers underneath the table.
There we go. I was going to ask, what's the advantage of the extendable legs? So it fits your storage underneath. That makes sense.
Yeah, because the standard Adil's legs are about 60 centimeters, I think, which is just shy of 2 feet. But the height of my drawers, of my drawer units are, what are they? I think they are 36 centimeters, which is about in between 13 to 14 inches. So I was like, well, if these extendable legs can go as high as 18, I only need to clear that 72 and I can get them to fit underneath with just a little bit of gap. And so I have the whole right side of the garage, but I want to have space to walk around everywhere. So if I were to have the drawers protruding beyond the height of the table legs, that would be really bad. So I had to spend the extra money to be more convenient.
Nice. All right, hold on. I'll be right back, buddy.
Yeah, so everyone does little bits of different things. Yeah, so I'm going back to grad school, and I'm sad that I won't be able to be active as much when I go back, but I'm proud of all of the progress that I made this summer. Particularly with some of the new friendships I made and some of the new subscribers I got and some of the mocks I made and all of the sets I've built has made a big dent in my backlog. Made a big dent in my backlog. And the weekend streams won't be changing. And hopefully I'll still have enough energy to go live on Thursday nights. So in a perfect world, I want to keep going live on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. But when push comes to shove because of assignments, etc., that might change. So I'm not going to make any guarantees. Not going to make any guarantees. And we're just going to put the last few pieces on here. Actually, I forgot to put this on. Let me put this on underneath. And yeah, for the foreseeable future, this will be the building location of my sets. And there is the set so far. How many set you think you build? Over the summer, I've built over a dozen sets, and I've got half a dozen sets left in my backlog. So I've built more than 50% of my backlog I had at the start of summer. But I think that's everything I needed to say. That's the end of bag 9. So with that being said, thank you for watching this stream. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I need to go. Yeah, we're ending this stream now, Hoarder. I'm gonna go and film the city update and edit that and get ready for grad school. So it's been a great summer. I'll see you on. So yeah, I'll be the next thing you'll see on my channel is the city update tomorrow. Oh, hey Liam. Well, you know what? Maybe we can extend this for slightly longer. Maybe if anyone has any questions, because I'm going back to grad school tomorrow. I want to give some time to Liam and Hoarder. I've said everything I needed to say, but I'm happy to answer last minute questions. I was just going to sign out. There's a motorbike outside. I was just gonna sign off, but then you two showed up. And there's a spider crawling down the wall. Besides speed champs and 3-in-1s, what theme do you think is great for getting new parts? That's hard. Because I think my answer is it depends on what types of things you build. Because I'm biased in saying that the Friends have good pieces because they have stuff like wall panels and windows and doors that for whatever reason the city theme refuses to make a lot of big buildings. But that's because I build that stuff. But if you're a mech builder, you'll gravitate more towards Ninjago and Dreams.
All right, I'll chime in on that. Hoarder, Star Wars sets, they're only good for parts. So any Star Wars set.
You plan on taking that to Bugatti apart because you want the parts, but it's a slick build. Well, that's where you have to weigh up what's worth more to you, the look of the set or the pieces. Because some sets are greater than the sum of their parts. Some sets are worse than the sum of their parts.
Well, that and also which parts are available. You know, I mean, because I'm sorry, any set that comes out, it's available in parts on Bricklink. So I don't know if it's available on the Lego site right away, but
tomorrow I start my second year at grad school. Yeah, see, that's why I prefer stickers over prints, because if I do buy a second copy of a set for the purposes of mock building, you don't have to apply the stickers if you don't want to. However, with the print, you're stuck with the decoration.
Too true, too true.
Yeah, because if there's normally the part out value of a set will be worth more than the cost of the set.
I guess it also depends on which parts you want. Are they specific parts for that Bugatti, or are they a common part?
See, I don't even know what Bugatti set that Hoarder's talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but because I don't do the Technics or the Speed Champions.
Yeah, I have 5 I have 5 Technic sets. I've only ever bought one.
I don't have a Technic set.
The rest were gifted.
I got like 3 Speed Champions by mistake because they're in bulk buy. Well, I'll take that back. I did buy that the new DeLorean Speed Champion. I picked that up day one.
See, I'm waiting for the Lightning McQueen to go on sale. Because that's the only the second Speed Champions ever I know I definitively want to buy.
Right.
Because I'm not a speeding, but I give a lot of credit to Speed Champions because of all the curved elements it's introduced.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of really cool build techniques in those sets. I'm just not in the cars, so.
Yeah, because in the way that Speed Champions has introduced curved elements, Star Wars has introduced angled and wedged elements in the way that Ninjago has introduced ornate elements.
Mm-hmm. Right.
In the way that Friends has introduced so many minifigure accessories. So back to what I was saying, what theme do you think has the best parts? It depends on what you want to build. So yeah, and so someone was saying something earlier about mocks, and mocks. I realized a long time ago that I enjoy building sets on streams and mocks off camera, because when you're building a set, you only have to think about following the instructions. When
Right.
you're building a mock, it requires more brain power, and I've said many times before, it takes more creativity to build a 100-piece mock than a 1,000-piece set.
Yeah, because who knows what 100 pieces you'll use.
Yeah, because like you have to think about it all on the spot. You have to think about how you want it to look, what pieces you have in your inventory, how expensive those pieces are to acquire. There's a lot of mental gymnastics you have to do. However, when you build a set, you just have to worry, do you like the set and can you afford it?
Yeah, somebody else has already figured out the fundamentals.
And someone else already figuring out the fundamentals is why I really don't like it when people buy instructions from Rebrickable and they call it a mock. No, it's not my own creation because you didn't design it. It's a TOC, their own creation, because someone else that's not the Lego group, they designed it. It's their own creation, and I'm a mock builder, not a TOC builder, if you catch my drift.
I would say I'm a mod builder.
Yeah, some people buy sets to modify it. I'm no stranger to that as well, because with the friend sets that I've built this summer, I'm going to be vintagifying almost all of them.
Right.
Because pretty much every aspect of the friends, of the builds in friend sets, I know I will be vintagifying. The only exceptions are the trees on the sidewalk and some of the sidewalk and furniture, like the park bench from the community center. that's fine. I can keep that. I can keep that together. But the buildings are way too big for my scale. So you said school is just a few months, and then you will be back at it again. Well, yeah, because grad school starts tomorrow. I have a mid-semester break in the middle and end of April. Then I go back to grad school after my birthday, and then I have the month of. I normally have the month of July, and sometimes the end of June. And sometimes the end of June off, given how long the classes end up running in between semesters. Then the grad school year ends before Thanksgiving. And the only reason, as an Australian, I care about Thanksgiving is because of Thanksgiving NFL. That's literally the only reason.
Is there an Australian Thanksgiving, or are you talking about U.S. Thanksgiving?
Yeah, American Thanksgiving. The only Australians that care about Thanksgiving are NFL fans.
That's good.
Four pieces on the front end of that Bugatti are slightly different color than all the other parts. I think you should call Lego about that. Say, hey, these pieces aren't the right color. And then if they ask you for proof, they'll probably ask you to send a picture via email, and then they'll say, yeah, the quality control isn't right, and they should send you replacement pieces. I know people that have had warped 16 by 16 plates. They showed proof and they got replacement. Yeah, and I'm still sitting and thinking about what I need to do. Do I hear the sound of you putting together some train tracks?
What's up?
Do I hear the sound of you clicking together some train tracks?
Actually, I'm going through some bulk I picked up.
Okay.
And it's the satisfaction that all these gray bricks were probably some sort of Star Wars set. But right now, they're all just gray bricks. I'm just breaking them up.
Okay, because it almost sounded like one of those scrapings was the connection between track pieces. Because I can recognize some of the sounds that the bricks make. Hey, Billy says you got them to send brown plates for a set you bought used. Really? When you tell them it's a used set, they don't always send you replacements because it's a retired set. Like, I was going to go and call about some stickers, but then I realized the set's retired. They're not going to have that sticker sheet in their inventory anymore. And I'm still on the search for that 1x2 trans yellow plate I couldn't find yesterday. Sorry, 2 days ago. I'm still on the search for that. So for those who haven't been here for the whole time, I'm going back to grad school tomorrow. I need to do some cleaning in my city to make it presentable for a city update tomorrow. When that video gets uploaded, I'll be sleeping before my first class starts. And I woke up 15 minutes before this stream started, which is why it started at 9:30 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. Eastern. Because I woke up at 12:20 p.m. was meant to go live at 12:30 in my time, and I was like, I need an extra 20 minutes of sleep. I'm going to delay this by half an hour.
Right.
Because throughout this summer, I've said I go to sleep when my body tells me to. Well, now that I'm going back to grad school, I need to get back into regular sleep. But the problem is, my latest class of the week starts at 3 p.m. and my earliest class of the week starts at 11 a.m. Which means the earliest I have to wake up. Sorry, the earliest I have to be out of my house is 9:30 a.m. Horda says was missing Ponderbaba's head in a most Isley, not a Moss Isley. So is there also a most Isley's Cantina to compete with the Moss Isley's Cantina? Set and Lego sent you 2 of them. Wow. Yeah, I think
That one comes straight from China.
Yeah, I think they do that sometimes to show gratitude for you making the call to complain, because Lego customer service has to know the people complaining or calling in to complain. They've got them by the balls as an AFOL. Hey Odelay, good to see you here. We were going to end this thing 18 minutes ago, but then more people started coming in because we finished building bag 9 of this free set. And you know what? I'm going to turn the fan on, and maybe we can start opening and building a bag 10. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's open bag 10. Let's open bag 10 because there's enough people in the chat now. Yeah, so the question the question of the day is going to be, just wait until this fan comes around. The question of the day, since we've been talking about bricks and minifigures and the Lego store and mocks, etc. How far away are you from your local Lego store? That's going to be the question. For my local Lego store, I'm a half an hour a bus ride away. Also, hey Tier Time, good to see you here. That's funny, Horda. Yeah, and this is why it helps to come to the live stream when it starts, because then there's no threat of me finishing early. Yeah, so what are you, so Johnny's asking, what are you building? What are you building?
Johnny, I'm not building anything. I'm breaking down bulk lot. I would say I would show what I built last, but if Johnny's probably already seen it in somebody else's stream. So
Yeah. So tea time. Do you want me to answer what we were talking about on your stream earlier? Do you want me to answer now? Uh, so Billy is about 14. Is also about half an hour, 14 miles. Including time to park Odelay is 1.5 hours. How far is everyone else from the Lego store? I don't know what Agatha memes are. I don't know. Candy is 2 hours away.
oh, that's horrible. If it's what are the other resources though?
Yeah, I know that it's a 5-minute walk for Hordem.
He's like, yeah, I live in the building next to the mall.
Yeah. So tea time. Do you want me to explain what we were talking about on your stream earlier?
It says 2 hours by donkey. That's rough.
That's because you could ride anywhere in West Texas and not see any towns. Candy does everything online. Yeah, we were going to end 24 minutes ago, but then more people came in, and I didn't want to end with them just getting here.
So I will say, so anybody that's in the States, there's a Facebook page that all they do is post what's in their Lego store pad, and then also offer to pick up and ship to anywhere else in the States. So if any of you guys in chat are in the States, if you're not close to a Lego store, but you don't mind paying, I think that it's literally like it's like 18 or 19 flat for a box, and then it's flat rate shipping. So it may be worth you guys to look into joining one of those groups on Facebook.
And also, Horder, you were asking about the difference between cursive and the link script a while ago. I'm going to wait until the next time both Jude and yourself are here to show the difference. Because you both wanted to know what the difference was. And I remember what some people ask me because we're friends. And to be super creepy, I see you when you're sleeping and I know when you're awake. So Liam, did you also want to know what the difference between cursive and the link script is? Because I can't write in cursive, but I can write in link script. If that's what you want to do, Owen. And so, if anyone has any last minute things they want to say or last minute questions before we leave, have at it now. See, I don't have a garbage truck or recycling truck in my city yet. I want to make something based on the one from the 80s and another one based on the 90s one.
Sounds like everybody needs a giant pile of trash so they can put their trash and recycling trucks around those.
Well, that just fell apart. Target doesn't have it. Well, not all retailers have every set. Some retailers work out exclusivity to sell some sets. And if what I said has been disorienting in any way, shape, or form, that's because I'm thinking about a lot of stuff right now. And I don't. Something's not right. Something is not right. Oh yeah, there it is. It was behind it. It was hiding behind there. Yeah, we're gonna put this on, and then this goes there. So we can put this brick across here, and that will stabilize that. And I'll finish the rest of this build after the stream. So anyway, thanks for watching. I don't think we're gonna get any more people watching so far. So thanks for. Oops. It's 2 p.m. So thank you for watching this stream. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I'll see you guys in the city update tomorrow, and I'll at least see you guys live next weekend. I'm not going to make any guarantees in the middle of the week. So I'll see you on my next live stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.